Hi, I'm Mike. It's a beautiful night on the ranch and a beautiful night for love as we reunite some long-lost lovers, the bulls and the cows, on Our Wyoming Life. Hey gang, it's me, Editor Mike, and as you know, sometimes when we're doing these vlogs, things can change on the fly. And I wanted to let you know that this vlog is part one of two parts that are going to be putting out the bulls. I mentioned somewhere in this video that we have another bull on the way, and I thought he would be arriving on Friday, so that would put that video on Monday, but we've actually got a little change in schedule, so that new bull will be arriving tomorrow, and we'll be able to talk about him and some of his characteristics and why we chose him to be on the ranch, and that will be part two, which will come out tomorrow for you. So right now, sit back and enjoy part one of putting out the bulls. Hi there, welcome back. Thanks for joining us as we continue to explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. It's that time of year again where the bulls need to go back out with the cows. We have about 283 days in a cow's gestation. So we really try to time this out so that we'll be calving right around that first week of April. I haven't done the exact math yet, but today we're going to put out the bulls, and hopefully they can get to work right away and make some things happen out in the field. In order to do that, we have to take the bulls from their bachelor pad, where they live, 10 months out of the year, and go and retrieve them, bring them back in, and move them by trailer about 2.5 miles down to where the cows are living. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard, but I've waited all day to get to this point because the winds were kicking up so bad earlier today that I didn't want to go out and move bulls around in the wind. That's never a good idea. They can get a weird scent and kind of go ballistic on you. So right now it's very calm, it's cool, it's about 6 p.m. and the farm store is just closing, so hopefully Erin can come over and give us a hand and we can get this done. First thing we need though is a truck. And lucky for me and you, we have one that's suited for just this occasion. We're going to take our new ranch truck, our 2015 GMC Sierra, over and pick up a trailer in order to haul our 3 bulls down to the cows. Along the way, we're going to take a look at how this whole thing works, how we move the bulls, how we get them down there, and how this whole thing works, and hopefully gain a whole new understanding to where your food comes from and the work that goes into getting it to you. When it comes to moving animals, we really only have 2 choices here on the ranch. Well, I guess we have 3. We can move them by foot, which would be basically getting behind them and driving them along, which is what we do when we bring the bulls back. But taking the bulls down to the cows takes a trailer, and we have 2 different stock trailers that we use here on the ranch. One is a little bit longer. This is a 20-foot Hillsboro stock trailer. It's an aluminum stock trailer, which means that it's lighter weight, easier to pull, but can have some of the downsides to it is that it's easy to dent, and that you get too many cows in here and they can really kind of swing this thing around because it is a lighter trailer. Our other option is a 16-foot steel trailer, which I like to use when I move bulls, because bulls do tend to throw their weight around. They tend to kick, they tend to get a little squirrely, and it's nice to have a little bit heavier trailer to be able to manage those guys. One of the trickier things that you'll learn how to do is back up a trailer to a gooseneck, or back up a truck to a gooseneck trailer without a spotter, and be able to kind of get it at least somewhat close. Okay, we're halfway there. We've got a trailer and we're ready to go. Why doesn't it not want to pull? So here's our problem. Our trailer brakes are locked. Not exactly sure why that's happening, but we're just going to go ahead and disconnect the trailer plug. Problem solved. As I was saying, we are going to go and find Erin, because in the lawnmower video, a few people said I was a safety Sally because I disconnected the spark plug wire on the lawnmower to make sure it didn't chop my head off. Well, I'm going to be even more of a safety Sally now, and I'm going to go find Erin, and she's going to come with us to get these bulls, because it's always dangerous with bulls. You never know what you're dealing with, and honestly, if a bull decides to smush me, I'd rather have somebody there. So we're gonna find Erin, but first we're gonna go over and back up to the chute so that we can load up bulls and be ready to go. And we're also going to try not to run into our harvest hosts, RVers here. So we've got a couple other little chores to finish up here before we can bring the bulls up. And one of them is the fact that we've got steers in here. They're way down there. You can see them down there. That we need to move out of this alley in order to bring the bulls down. We're going to put them in this area where they'll have access to this barn, at least for the time being. But we're gonna have to get them locked in here. So we gotta get this big sliding gate closed. This sliding gate is like my nemesis on the ranch. One of my many nemesises. I don't know what the plural of nemesis is. But anyway, this big sliding gate here is a giant pain in the something or other. What I need to do is get it closed. I locked myself out. Okay, now we're gonna go move those steers really fast, get them down here. And then we can lock the gates, get it all set up for bulls, and get those guys ready to come in. Really, this isn't much of a process. You've just gotta make sure that you do it right and you do it safely. So it's not too hard. Down here are a few of those 3 steers that I was talking about. And they're about to get evicted here for a little bit. The wind has really been tearing up this fence. If you remember, we've repaired it in the past. It needs to be completely redone this summer. Hey guys, you guys ready to go to work? No, you're not going to work. You're getting out of here. You guys have no work to do. Go. Come on. And you're in the feeder. Come on. Get out of the feeder. Get. Are you stuck? Come on, no, go forward. Oh, you idiot. Great. Come on, get out. Come on. Is he gonna be able to get out? That's the question. They say if anything ever goes smooth, write it down on the calendar because it's the only time it's ever gonna happen. You're stuck in a feeder. on, boy. Get out. Come on, boy. Let's go. Come on. Get out. Come on. There we go. Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. So these steers are tomorrow's steaks. These guys will actually go to slaughter in August, even though they are big enough to go now. And unfortunately, due to COVID, we can't get them into the processor until August. Okay, let's go, boys. Come on, let's go. Come on, boys. Come on. No, no, no. No, no, no. Follow your friends. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. Keep going. I have a bug on my face. Okay, run. Get in there. Good boys. These three are going to stay in here for a little while, and we're going to go and move the bulls up. That's the next step. They're mad at me. The bulls are located just around the corner here in the bull pasture. So we're going to head down that way and open up a couple gates so that they can see that the path is clear to come up this way. Who knows? They may know what's up. They may be ready to go to work, and they may just load themselves right up on the trailer. I've seen it happen. I don't count on it though. That dang cow bent an $800 feeder. That's how you slowly go broke. Actually, the feeder's fine, but it's annoying when you've got something straight and looks nice 1 minute, next minute, bent to crap. All right, there are our bulls out there. We just have to open up this gate. And let them know what's up. That's going to entail us going and grabbing a four-wheeler to push them up. And hopefully we can find Erin, because again, you can't dial 911 when you're pounded into the ground. We found Erin. She is in the gator. Hi, Erin.
Hi.
How are you?
All right.
Thank you for your help today. Do you have 911 on speed dial?
I haven't done anything.
You're giving me a ride right now. Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Where's the camera?
On the fence.
Oh yeah, duh. Come on, boy, get up there. All right. Would you guys knock it off? That was fun. Okay. Bulls are in. Fence is broken. We're gonna put steers back where they're supposed to be now while we can and let those bulls settle down just a little bit. Steers, go home. Come on. Nope, no, not that way, you idiot. Is Erin stand? Hey, they can see you.
I was trying to hide. Where do you want to go?
Back to their home. You gonna go that way?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Come on, guys. Let's go. Hey, you're not going that way. She's behind you.
Hey, no, come on. Come on.
All right, boys, let's go. Come on. All right, there we go. So here we have our bulls. We have Troublemaker excluded himself here, and the center gate is closed, so it's 2 reds on this side, Troublemaker Black Bull over there. Next up, if you remember when we ran the cows through a branding, we ivermected the cows. That keeps off the black flies, reduces the lice and the mites and all the other vermin that like to live on cows and bulls. So we're gonna head over to the other side of the road and ivermect these guys really quick before taking them down. It's kind of like putting the cologne on before they, where are you going?
I'm gonna drive a gator.
I couldn't see you roll your eyes because you have glasses on. I honestly thought it was a pretty good analogy. Cologne, ivermect, getting all prettied up for the ladies, getting rid of the mites before you go on your date. It's probably a good plan, right? I mean, nobody wants to go out with somebody with lice. I wouldn't think anyway. Hi guys. Okay, there we go.
Did you get him?
Yeah. You guys ready to go to work? Huh? It's date night for them.
Yeah. If they're ambitious enough.
Oh, I think they will be. How often do you hear a guy say no?
Not very.
All right, we got a couple miles before date night, and I've got Erin here in the pickup with me, and we can talk a little bit about you know, how this works. Obviously, we're not going to really talk about how it works because I think everybody knows. I think most people know how it works. But the big thing is the number of bulls per and the number of cows that you have to have. Now, a typical breeding season may be as short as 28 days, but for us, we usually stretch it out into about 60 days, and
More like 90 days.
or more like 90 days. Based on how many cows per. Or how many bulls per cow, or how many cows per bull, right?
Yeah.
And I've heard it anywhere from what, 25?
Yeah, I think 25 is the conservative side of things.
Yeah, and I've heard it go all the way up to 50. But I think it really depends on how long you leave your bulls out with your cows. And one of the things that we don't do that we probably should do is actually test our bulls, which Gilbert never did. We never have done, but obviously if we want to become a more efficient operation, we may just have to do that at some point. But right now we have 3 bulls, and we actually have another bull that's going to be here on Friday, so that will be for Monday's video, that when that new bull arrives, and we'll be able to talk more about how we buy a bull, what we're looking for when we buy a bull, different EPDs and different genetic factors that we want when we buy a bull. And then we'll have 4 bulls, so that'll get us down pretty close to that 25 cows per bull mark, right?
30, 25 to 30 when we
Right. I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. So I'm going to try something a little bit different this year than I've done in the past few years. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split up where we drop off the bulls, just for kicks and grins, because usually I drop them all off in the same spot. But since we have the black one and the troublemaker closed up in the back compartment, I can actually drop him off early or first and take him to a group of cows, and then take the other two to a larger group, and maybe keep the bulls separate a little bit, because there always seems to be right after we drop them off, there's always that, you know, fighting and you know, the angst that seems to happen right away. So maybe if we split them up a little bit, it'll kind of mediate that argument.
Drop off the bulls, are you like the milkman?
I drop off the bulls. Am I like the milkman? What the hell is the milkman got to do?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that was always, you know, kid didn't look like his family, you know, oh, you're the milkman's kid.
Well, I'm not doing nothing out here. The milkman would be the dad, and I'm not doing none of that. I'm like the
facilitator?
I'm like the pimp to a male gigolo who doesn't have a driver's license and has to get a ride to each one of his appointments. That would be more like what I'm doing.
Yes, that's one way to look at it.
I'm kind of like Tinder for cows.
Tinder? I don't think you are.
No? Swipe right, swipe right. Or is it swipe left? I don't know.
I don't know.
So that's it. Everybody's all together. These 3 bulls are out. We're waiting for our next bull to show up on Friday. It's a Love Fest Extreme. What are you videoing?
Cracker Jack.
And the bull.
We gotta sort some stuff out.
Well, they gotta figure out who's the boy here, and it's definitely not Cracker Jack.
Well, he's a boy.
Okay, well, he's not a intact boy.
I know, but they gotta sort stuff out. I mean, Cracker Jack's actually bigger.
He is.
These are his girls. Right?
Yeah, you're
See,
right.
there's one.
All right, we'll leave them to get their stuff sorted out, and then they can commence their little love fest. We'll come back down, check on them in a little bit. But for now, thanks for joining us once again. Be sure to subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Check out, tickets are available for the Ranch Roundup, so you can find those on our website at ourwyominglife.com. And even if you don't plan on coming, you want to support the event, you can purchase ghost tickets, which get your name on a great big banner that is displayed during Ranch Roundup and get you the recognition that you deserve as one of our ghost sponsors. Thanks again. Have a great day. We'll see you next time right here on Our Wyoming Life. Moo. Go get you some.